Hello, I'm a Spanish native who has been learning English for more than 3 years, Japanese for 13 months, and I'm a Galaxy athlete. These two hobbies are why I want to introduce discipline to language learning. After 1 month of doing 4 hours of immersion without any problems, it started becoming likely easy to accomplish that amount of immersion, and I said, why not try and do 6 hours? And I managed to do it for almost 2 weeks straight, and actually the last days of those 2 weeks were pretty difficult, so out of 14 days, I completed 13, and I'll tell you what could go wrong if you try this and increase your standards. The days your immersion was easy, reflect on them and ask yourself why it was easier than other days. Because if you can imitate what you did and that will make your immersion easier almost all days, then you literally have won the game. For me, it was literally the content. I realized that doing 6 hours of immersion wasn't that hard the first week because of the content that I was watching. But then the second week, that content was gone, and so I had to start with animes that are not really attractive at the start. This could sound kind of off topic, but if you're having problems in your real life, that could be relationship problems, economical problems, etc., that will reflect in the studies you care about and that require most of your attention. So I will say that if you can resolve that problem instantly, cool, but there are problems that are not fixable instantly. So the only thing I could say here is that you need to go through it and always have in mind that when this situation ends, it will be easier to study after. I'm a fan of not relying on motivation almost never, because if you rely on it, you will not be constant. I actually wouldn't be making this video today if I relied on motivation, but that was another factor for me. That is, it was easier than harder. My immersion, I just had more enthusiasm, and probably the reason why was because I thought more about how my future is going to look after I go through the hard phases of studying and working. So that's another practice you could do. You actually 2 to 3 minutes a day could imagine what kind of life or work you will get after you get fluent in Japanese. But what if I don't have the time? Yes, you're right, you don't have the time, even though you have 3 hours of screen time in your phone and you should stop watching this video. I actually didn't complete the 2 weeks, and do you think I lost progress just because I missed 1 day? No, right? So let's say that you usually do 2 hours of immersion, and after you watch this, you increase your standards for at least 10 days, and start doing 3 hours of immersion daily. 7 of those 10 days, you completed those 3 hours. Well, now you know that 3 hours is the amount you should be in for a time until 3 hours gets easier. What this means is that if you try to do more than 3 hours, you will probably get burnout. And I will actually tell you to really try and get burnout to know your exact limits if you push to the max. So we kind of know that your limit right now is between 2 hours and 40 minutes to 3 hours and 20 minutes. But that's an approximate, right? We want to know the exact number. And if you take this seriously, you will notice that your limit is not 3 hours, not 4 hours. It's usually the double of that, so that's like 6 or 8 hours. And what you should do now is never surpass that limit again. So that's it for the video. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to have more discipline and language learning friends. Thank you very much.